PNB scam is not either the first one or the last one. Why the first? Because this is not the scam that happened in India for the first time. Banking scams have happened too often, and this is not going to be the last one also. I can say with full sense of conviction and responsibility, because I wrote a petition to the Prime Minister of India on 5th of June 2014. In that I have cited many reasons. One of the reasons I would say is that RTA reveals serious anomalies in the banking system of India. The fault lines are running across all the public institutions of the Reserve Bank of India, Central Vigilance Commission, then ICAI, and the dispersal, that is loan dispersal by the banks. The fault lines are everywhere. Nowadays the headlines are that the Finance Ministry is blaming Reserve Bank is blaming auditors are blaming banks. So what I have made on that subject is true. Moreover, I want to add, it's not just a petition to say some specifics. I have been representing the problems faced by the people of India even while they are banking through various petitions since 2010. I have just waited for the government to change, that is a new government. So I filed this petition specifically in 2014. The main problem with the banking sector is that actually the Reserve Bank of India was formulated in the year 1935. Since then, a lot of developments have cropped up regarding the economic policies. Financial policies have changed. In 1994, new policies have come because of these globalizations. After globalization, the structure of customers within the banks have changed drastically. That is, before that, the RBI was to secure the interest of the depositors and investors in the banks. But after globalization, the structure had changed, that so many borrowers came in. Now, if there is actually the borrowers, the customers are used as buffers to transfer the losses. I raised this issue with the Prime Minister. I asked him, we have to segregate one domain, that is the borrower's domain or the customer's domain, from the ambit of Reserve Bank of India to create something like TRAI, that is Telecom Regulatory Authority. You create a separate regulatory authority so that the interest of the customers of the banks and the borrowers can be safeguarded. The PMO forwarded that letter promptly to the Reserve Bank of India. And the Reserve Bank of India, this is what the Reserve Bank of India to submit to me. They say that we appreciate your interest in painstakingly analyzing various issues facing the country's banking system, including the working of the Reserve Bank of India. During the last few months, they have taken 10 months. Various departments of RBI have carefully gone through your observations. Our reactions to your queries and suggestions are as follows. I have already explained to you the conflict of interest. Two domains of borrowers and the interest of banks are lying with the Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India replies this: banks and financial institutions are by definition financial intermediation agencies. In this, they mean the banks and their borrowers are essential counterparts. they mean to say that the borrowers and the customers are actually the partners of these banks. More so in the case of borrowers, banks and borrowers are actually partners. That is why I think that this type of some murky relationship between the borrowers make the people to have easy relations for privileged people with the banks. I would say that with a sense of responsibility, what happened in PNB is, it could be in a way explained that partnership network benefit settlements, PNB stands for partnership network benefit settlements. Because as a borrower, what he thought was that it was his benefit as a partner, he had removed the money from the system and gone away to the other country. You may see how the uniqueness of this fraud. Actually, they are saying that they have not linked that transactions between Nirav Modi and the bank with the core banking system. That is, they are lending outside the purview of the core banking system to a person in a foreign country. This is the channel they are using time and again. This is not related with some public sector or private sector. I can give an example. In 2015, the Supreme Court had given a verdict in a case in which the case was pertaining to somebody asking for the relationship relating to some murky deals of ICAI Bank. They have given the verdict in that RBI must give the clear report about all these things. So it is not isolated with the public sector banks, I shall say with conviction. So there is no question of saying that if you privatize the banks, it will be okay. It is not like that. Actually, ICICI Bank had all the banks have such transactions. They are running the parallel system of core banking service is already established by this PNB Scam. You can see in the last 2 years, almost the whole of India has been turned upside down, that every institution is having multiple entries, multiple system of accounting procedures that they are having. But now from the bank, we are seeing that they are having a different system for some people, core banking system for some people. So it is obvious that they are running a parallel economy, and this is what I have claimed already with the Reserve Bank of India. I would also recollect that in 2010 I had got a submission from Indian Bank. They are saying that we have provided for routine administrative work, etc., which need not be connected to or coming under the control of EDP. So they are having separate computers within the system. They can run a parallel economy. If Nirav Modi is able to run away with that money, I can simply explain this way. We are running a family enterprises. We have multiple partners. We have murky dealings. We have secondary lane of dealings. We have black money. One of the partner is suddenly leaving from the partnership, saying that whatever the benefits so far accrued, I am taking away. Because today they have sent some emails from the ED. He is so rude to reply to these emails that I am engaged in some other business work. I may not be able to attend that. Here from this country, some 11,000, 12,000 crores have been taken away. Regarding that reactive measures taken by this government, one is about this fugitive bill. It is not going to serve the purpose, because in simple terms, ordinary borrowers, we pledge our property worth some 1 crore and take somewhere around 25 to 30 lakhs. We will never run out of this country. But the corporates are taking loans based on the financial flow chart. The auditors will be submitting that so much of finance will come into the system and go away. So on that basis only they are taking. So when somebody runs away taking corporate loan, we are not going to recover any security from them. It is very obvious. We can, at the best, we can get 10%. So the fugitive bill is not the answer to this. Second thing is they are telling about creating a new authority through the 2013 Company Act bill over this ICAI. when they are, the whole banking system is under computerization, running a parallel dealings, then how these auditors are going to access to these things? I don't understand about all these things also. Your questions for that.
So which bill you are talking, sir? Which bill?
In 2013, Companies Act bill was passed. They have fixed responsibilities over the auditors. But they are going to make an amendment. Through that, they are going to establish a parallel authority over ICAI, because the ICAI is not functioning properly. The auditors are not working properly. This is what their contention. But if they are running a parallel accounting system, no one can help them. That is my contention. That's all.
Setting up a separate authority like tribes and...
Yes, that is what I suggested in June, which was not done by this government. Because actually the PMO had forwarded that papers to the RBI. The RBI was dealing with that issue for the 10 months. After that, they are not getting into that point of view expressed by me. They are simply saying that the borrowers and the banks are actually partners. So there is no conflict of interest within them. What they are telling is whatever are the dispersal of the banks are being utilized by the banks and the borrowers. So they are on the same side. So there is no conflict of interest. That is what they are telling.
While these VIP customers run away with crores and crores of money, a poor farmer commits suicide because he is not able to pay 1,000 rupees.
Yeah. Yes, that's right, because they are giving this money on basis of discretion. Even Indian Express some 10 days back reported that on the one side, the Prime Minister was claiming that Mudra loan was going upwards somewhere around 3.5 crores, 5.5 crores. But their own ministry is giving a report that 85% of the applications in the small and medium sector has been rejected by the banks. That is a report filed by the Indian Express. Some 10 days back it was reported by Indian Express. Now again, after this Nirav Modi running away from the country, now they are telling that the small units who are exporting, they are asking for more these securities, because already the finance ministry had sent a circular that get appropriate securities from all those people who may who are having over exposure and all these things. So they are asking for more securities now. So this is a problem. But in the corporate sector, they are not going to ask for, then they are not in a position to give more securities for them, because it is beyond their what I say. If they are getting some 1,000 crores, they may be giving somewhere around 10%. Not more than that, they are not going to give securities. That is a problem here.
As they are running a parallel...
yes, that is surely they are having.
How they don't come under the civil right also?
Yes, that is because you see, what I am saying is, if they are running a parallel system, they are telling that that LOU that was signed between the bank and Nirav Modi is not there. But actually they are given loan. They are not taken loan agreements with these people. That is why they are telling that it is outside the purview of this PNB bank. So I am sitting here, I am using the money within the bank, and I am just using a parallel computer system to achieve my ulterior motives. This is what the managers have done there. They are just utilizing whatever the money there within the reach of PNB. They are using the alternative system provided to them. They are saying that everything is okay. Then the other banks are going on lending. Now they are saying that we are not having any LOU with this Nirav Modi and all these people. So they are able to have an access with what is there within the banking system. They are using it privately. That is what it means. They are not using the core banking. That is what they are telling. You connect this SWIFT messages system with the core banking, because the core banking is not linked to the core banking is the main accounting system within the banks. They are not linking both. Now, whatever the interest paid by Nirav Modi, whether it is got entered into this PNB bank is have to be verified. What I am doing is, previously it may be like this, within the treasury treasury of the banks, we have to remove the cash. Now after computerization, they are just transferring through the instrument gadgets, the electronic gadgets, they are just transferring here and there and all these things they are doing. There is no accountability within the system. That is the problem now. So what I am saying is the computerization, digitization is not the end. It may throw up new challenges. We have to address that.
You've been filing RTI for the past 15 years.
Yes, almost 15 years.
They're blaming the private. They're blaming that the nationalization of banks has been.
No, it is not there because in 2008, when this American problem cropped up in America, it was created by the private banks. It is not the nationalized banks. At that time, the American government came in and made some banks into a more like a public sector banks. So public sector, private sector is not a thing. It's not. We did not think about that. I have already written about this to Prime Minister also. It is not the solution to make privatization. It's not the solution because more privatization, more and more people are not going to get funds from this because then only that priority sector system will automatically work so that some small borrowers, medium borrowers can get money. Otherwise, we cannot get money from these banks. That is exactly what privatization is not the solution.
You don't reply after this RBS reply.
No, I have not written to them because they are definite that we are having only we don't have any conflict of interest like that. They mentioned that. But something may happen. I thought it will happen now. That's all. Because once when you are the system must portray whether we are a customer, whether we are owner. The system is portraying that the borrowers and the banks are as both of them on the same side, that they are both responsible. Now what happens is, the RBI says, if the bank gain profits, it need not transfer it to the borrowers. But if it loses, the borrowers have to pay. That's why they have already raised that interest rates. Already they have raised the interest rates because they have lost money to this Nirav Modi and all these things. They have raised the interest rates. More so in the context of, because they are going to, their aim is to bring some 60 crore people into the banking system. They are aiming at that. If 60 crores is there, if somebody was charged around 2,000 rupees, nobody is going to make any objection. Because we as people, we cannot go to the bank objecting, you are charging me for minimum balance, all these things. We cannot do these things. And like that, if you want to make some claims, we have to spend more than 5,000 to 10,000 rupees. So we will not be objecting to any 2,000 charges of the banks. In a rough calculation, somewhere around 1,20,000 crores can be got from the ordinary borrowers. Then they are saved by, they can have the liberty to set free almost 10 Nirav Modis.